In the heart of a dense forest, shrouded in mist and shadow, lay the Hollow Grove, a place whispered about in hushed tones, where the trees seemed to lean in, their gnarled branches entwining like skeletal fingers, and where the air hung heavy with the weight of secrets untold. It was here, amidst the tangled undergrowth and the damp earth, that the ghost of an animal face roamed. Legend spoke of a creature that once dwelled within these woods, a beast of such malevolence that even the bravest souls dared not speak its name. It was said to have been a guardian of the forest, its spirit bound to the land long after its physical form had perished. And so, for centuries, the ghostly apparition of its animal face haunted the Hollow Grove, a spectral reminder of its restless soul. Few dared to venture into the depths of the forest, and those who did spoke of strange occurrences. Eerie whispers carried on the wind, shadows that moved of their own accord, and the chilling sensation of being watched by unseen eyes. But despite the warnings, there were those who sought to uncover the truth behind the legend, drawn by a morbid curiosity or a desire for adventure. Among them was Emily, a young woman with a fascination for the supernatural. Armed with little more than a flashlight and a camera, she ventured into the Hollow Grove, her heart pounding with excitement and trepidation in equal measure. The forest seemed to close in around her as she pressed forward, each step echoing loudly in the stillness of the night. As Emily delved deeper into the darkness, she felt a sense of unease settle over her. The trees seemed to twist and contort, their branches reaching out like grasping claws, and the air grew thick with an otherworldly presence. She could hear the faint rustle of leaves, the distant howl of a lone wolf, and the steady beat of her own heart as it quickened with fear. Suddenly, she stumbled upon a clearing bathed in moonlight, the soft glow illuminating the gnarled roots and twisted vines that carpeted the forest floor. It was there, amidst the eerie stillness, that Emily saw it, the ghostly apparition of an animal face, its features twisted into a grotesque semblance of agony. For a moment, Emily stood frozen in terror, unable to tear her gaze away from the spectral form before her. Its eyes seemed to bore into her very soul, filled with a haunting sadness that sent shivers down her spine. And then, as quickly as it had appeared, the ghostly figure vanished into the shadows, leaving Emily alone in the darkness once more. Determined to unravel the mystery of the haunting, Emily pressed on, her heart pounding with a mixture of fear and curiosity. With each step, the forest seemed to grow darker, the trees closing in around her like silent sentinels, and the air grew heavy with the oppressive weight of the unknown. It was then that she heard it, a low, guttural growl emanating from the depths of the forest, followed by the sound of claws scraping against the earth. Panic surged through Emily's veins as she realized she was not alone in the darkness, that something sinister lurked in the shadows, waiting to strike. With trembling hands, she fumbled for her flashlight, its feeble beam casting a dim light upon the surrounding trees. And there, crouched in the underbrush, she saw it, the ghostly form of the animal face, its eyes blazing with an otherworldly fire as it glared at her with a malevolent gaze. Unable to tear her gaze away, Emily watched in horror as the ghostly apparition rose to its full height, its form shifting and contorting like smoke in the wind. And then, with a blood-curdling howl, it lunged forward, its spectral claws outstretched as it bore down upon her with unnatural speed. Desperate to escape, Emily turned and fled into the darkness, her heart pounding in her chest as she raced through the forest with the ghostly apparition hot on her heels. Branches lashed out at her, thorns tore at her flesh, but still she pressed on, driven by fear and adrenaline as she sought to outrun her spectral pursuer. But no matter how fast she ran, the ghostly figure remained close behind, its unearthly howls echoing through the night as it closed in on her with each passing moment. And then, just when all hope seemed lost, Emily stumbled upon a clearing bathed in moonlight, its soft glow illuminating the path ahead. With one final burst of speed, she raced into the clearing and collapsed to the ground, gasping for breath as she waited for the inevitable. But to her astonishment, the ghostly apparition did not follow, its spectral form disappearing into the darkness as if swallowed by the night. For hours, Emily lay trembling in the clearing, the events of the night replaying in her mind with vivid clarity. And as the first light of dawn broke through the trees, she knew that she would never forget the terror of that fateful night, nor the haunting presence of the ghostly animal face that still lingered within the hollow grove.